Welcome to the summary of Talk Like TED by Carmine Gallo. This book reveals the secrets behind some of the most powerful TED Talks ever given and how you can use those same strategies to speak clearly, confidently, and with impact. We'll go through this summary in 4 parts, all right here in one listen. After each part, think about one way you can improve how you speak, whether in meetings, interviews, or even casual conversations. Part 1. Speak with passion and tell stories that stick. Carmine Gallo opens the book with one key idea: the best speakers are the ones who speak with passion. If you don't care deeply about your topic, your audience won't either. Passion is contagious. It pulls people in. It keeps them interested. He looked at hundreds of TED Talks and found that the most successful ones all had something in common. The speaker wasn't just giving information. They were telling stories, real stories, personal ones, stories that made people feel something. Whether it's a childhood memory, a life-changing moment, or a challenge overcome, a good story connects emotionally. People may forget facts, but they remember how you made them feel. So if you want your message to stick, make it personal and make it real. Gallo also stresses the importance of keeping your message clear and simple. You don't have to sound like a professor. You just have to sound human. Use everyday language, speak from the heart, and be yourself. And here's something powerful: the best talks aren't crammed with too many points. They focus on one big idea. Just one. Because when people walk away from your talk, you want them to remember that core message, not a confusing mix of everything. So, if you're preparing a presentation or just want to speak more confidently, start by asking yourself, what am I truly passionate about? What's the one message I want people to remember? And can I tell a story that brings that message to life? Welcome to part 2 of the summary of Talk Like TED by Carmine Gallo. In this section, we'll look at how to keep people's attention, structure your talk, and deliver your message in a way that feels natural and unforgettable. Let's get into it. Part 2: Structure, Simplicity, and the Power of Surprise. Once you know what you're passionate about and what story to tell, the next step is to structure your message in a way that holds attention. People today have short attention spans. So if you want to keep them listening, you need to be clear, organized, and interesting from the first sentence to the last. Gallo discovered that great TED speakers often follow a simple structure: beginning, middle, and end, just like a great movie or a compelling book. And the best talks often feel like a conversation, not a lecture. The speaker sounds like they're talking with you, not at you. He suggests breaking your talk into 3 parts. Why 3? Because the human brain loves things in threes. 3 points are easy to remember. More than that can start to feel like too much. Another powerful tip: use visuals wisely. If you're using slides, keep them simple. No paragraphs of text. Just one idea per slide. Use pictures and keywords that support your story, not distract from it. Your audience should be looking at you, not reading a wall of words. Then comes the magic ingredient: surprise. Gallo explains that our brains pay more attention when we're caught off guard. So, include something unexpected. A bold statement. A shocking fact. A funny twist. A question that makes people stop and think. These moments snap people back to attention, and they make your talk memorable. And remember, don't speak too long. TED Talks are limited to 18 minutes for a reason. It's long enough to say something meaningful but short enough to hold attention. Gallo recommends aiming for that sweet spot. The goal is to leave your audience wanting more, not checking the time. To recap this section: keep your message organized, speak naturally, and use the power of visuals and surprise to keep your audience engaged from start to finish. Welcome to part 3 of the summary of Talk Like TED by Carmine Gallo. This part is all about how you say it, your body language, your voice, and the little things that make you come across as confident and believable when you're speaking. Let's get into it. Part 3: Confidence, Body Language, and the Sound of Your Voice. You've probably heard the saying, it's not just what you say, it's how you say it. That couldn't be more true when it comes to public speaking. According to Carmine Gallo, your voice, your gestures, and your facial expressions all send a message, sometimes even louder than your words. First, let's talk about body language. Gallo says good speakers move with purpose. That means you shouldn't stand stiffly like a statue, but also don't pace back and forth like you're nervous. Walk calmly. Use open hand gestures. Smile. Make eye contact. These things show confidence and help your audience feel comfortable with you. Next, your voice. The tone of your voice should match your message. If you're telling an exciting story, sound excited. If you're sharing something emotional, slow down and soften your tone. Avoid speaking in a flat, boring way. Great speakers use variety. They change speed, volume, and tone to keep people interested. Gallo also highlights the importance of pausing. Don't be afraid of silence. A short pause after a powerful statement gives the audience time to absorb what you said. It also makes you sound thoughtful and in control. Many new speakers rush, but the best ones slow down and speak with intention. One more tip: practice like it's real. Rehearse your talk standing up. Practice in front of friends. Record yourself and watch it back. This helps you spot nervous habits like fidgeting, saying too much, or speaking too fast. But here's something encouraging: you don't have to be perfect. In fact, people connect more with speakers who are real and relatable than with those who seem too polished. If you mess up, just smile and keep going. Own the moment. That's what great communicators do. So whether you're presenting at work, sharing your ideas in a meeting, or speaking in front of a crowd, remember, your body and voice matter. Speak with energy, move with confidence, and let your passion show in every word and gesture. Welcome to Part 4. Now that you know how to speak with passion, organize your ideas, and deliver them confidently, this last part is about inspiring your audience to take action and remember your message long after your talk is over. Part 4. Inspire, connect, and leave a lasting message. Carmine Gallo says that the best speakers don't just share information, they inspire people to think, feel, or do something different. And that's the true power of a great talk. So how do you inspire? First, connect your message to something bigger than yourself. What you say should feel meaningful, not just for you, but for the people listening. Whether you're talking about a business idea, a personal story, or a social issue, help your audience see why it matters. A great way to do this is to end your talk with a clear takeaway. What's the one thing you want people to remember or do after they've heard you speak? Don't leave it up to chance. Say it directly and say it with heart. Gallo also emphasizes the power of emotional connection. If you can make people feel something, joy, sadness, hope, even surprise, your message will stick. So don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Share a moment that moved you. Talk about something that changed you. Audiences respond to honesty. Another powerful closing technique? Use a memorable quote, call to action, or visual image that ties everything together. End your talk with something strong, something simple, something that leaves people thinking, wow, that was powerful. He reminds us that people remember speakers who make them feel inspired, not overwhelmed. So don't try to sound perfect. Try to sound real. Be authentic. Be bold. And most of all, be yourself. When your message is clear, your delivery is confident, and your heart is in it, people will listen. They'll remember you, and they'll be more likely to take action. And that brings us to the end of our 4-part summary of Talk Like TED by Carmine Gallo. Take a moment now and think. If you had 5 minutes to inspire a room, what would you say? What story would you share? What one idea would you want people to remember?